Hot 97, Mia After Dark. I got the urban philosopher in the building. Jeezy, what's up?
What up, though? What's happening?
How you feeling?
I like that introduction.
Okay.
The urban philosopher. Shouts out to Jay Billis.
Right. Now,
Yeah.
I'm not going to front. I was a little nervous, especially when you walked in. I'm like, I hope he's going to be nice. All the other interviews, you were so talkative. So I'm like, I hope that he treats me the same.
Absolutely.
And it seems like you will.
Yeah.
Now, look, I wanted to start it off with this because you have influenced a lot of people. So I got to show you this photo.
Okay.
I want you to know that you got a lot of people banned out here for wearing this T-shirt. Can you see from here?
Yeah.
Those are my brothers.
Oh,
and
those your real brothers?
my real brother in this T-shirt. I'll show the camera after, but banned. Okay, and this was his school photo.
Oh man.
In the snowman.
Oh man. Tell them we got United We Stand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? United We Stand.
Did
baby.
you ever think that you would have so much influence on the culture, on people, on music? Look at that photo.
I knew it was gonna be I knew it was gonna be a real influence, but I didn't think they was gonna decode it.
Right.
I didn't think that.
At all?
Yeah, because you know I was talking in like street slang and lingo, and I didn't think they would pick up on what was going on, and they did.
Right.
So then that's when they start, because I got away with it so long by talking about it, when they really figured out that the snowman's was, the shirt was like like my Batman sign for it. That's when they tried to shut it down. And by the way, they never shut Batman down in the school. You ever heard of that? So that just lets you know the power of your words. And by the way, there's nothing, well, except in like Harlem, because they had the snowmans with the AK-47s and shit.
Right.
Like, yeah, they was bugging.
But yours?
Right. But it was clean.
Oh my God.
It wasn't even angry.
That was something different, definitely an era.
And not just only that influencing the culture. I remember being at the Magic Show and around like 2008, and people running up to me like just thanking me, and I was just like, why they keep thanking me for? And they was thanking me because that was like the hottest ticket at the Magic Show, and everybody had like piles and piles of the shirts, and they was selling them in bulk. But I wasn't selling the shirts, I was giving them away.
Wow.
So they was making money off the shirts, and they was like, yo, thank you. I'm just like, but at the same time, you know, people was able to eat off those shirts. So to me, that's real.
And not just you, the people.
Yeah, right.
All the way. Now, the legend of the snowman is here.
TM104, yes, sir.
It's here. It's a beautiful project.
Thank you.
Giving us a lot of inspiration, a lot of growth. But this is something that I feel you've been doing.
Right.
Sonically, I think it's a great project, production-wise.
Right.
Now, tell me a little bit more about the process within this whole thing. Like, how long were you working on this project?
I worked on it for a while, at least maybe 8-9 consecutive months.
Consecutively?
Yeah.
Locked yourself in?
Yeah, because I was working on another body of work before that, and I just felt like it was sonically not where I wanted to go as far as tempo wise.
Right.
And I just wanted to slow, because you know I got catalogs, so to me like I wasn't even going into this like I got to make hits. I was like, I just want to let my pen work. Like, I want to just, you know, I want to just releasing things. Like, I want to, you know, really just reconnect with, you know, where I came from and what I had to go through, you know, now, because I feel like I had been doing so well and living so much that, you know, sometimes you forget your humble beginnings. And it's just like, you know, let me just really just like sit down and write. And I was just writing these records, like Fake Love came out crazy, The Real MVP, Already Rich, with CeeLo, like, and these were like, that's how I really felt. It didn't matter about what was going on in the marketplace or the voice of the market. It was just like, I want to do a song with CeeLo. I want to talk about, you know, what it is to have integrity. Like, I want to talk about that. I haven't heard no song like that.
Right.
I want to do something with Queen Naja that sounds like something Faithful had done back in the day. You know what I'm saying? With Big.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That
like
sample.
that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I wanted that.
Right.
So, and even with like the MLK with Meek Will, I wanted to do something that was just like aggressive, but it still had some substance to it. You know what I mean? So it was just like that feel. You know?
Now, how important is it for you to bring new artists into it? You got Gunna on there, you have Queen on there.
Right.
Now, you just said, were you just thinking, like, you know what, she would be dope for this, let me hit her up. Yeah?
That's how, and even with Gunna, you know what I'm saying? I like what he does, and he just, you know, we just chopping it up.
Right.
And he was like, I'm at the studio, I was like, I'm just pull up. So I pulled up, I did a record for him, he did a record for me, and that's just the record I put him on, but it was just like, you know, more so than that, just kind of, you know, just vibing, you know what I'm saying? And just really getting the feel for what they got going on. And, you know, just let them know I'm on deck, you know, if you ever need me. So that was cool. Queen was the same thing. I love what she doing, you know, how she moving and the things she getting done. you know, and for her to come off YouTube like that and just,
right.
you know,
you're in tune with the streets.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Her solidify her spot like that. I just think it's amazing. You know what I mean? So for me, I you know, I reach out to the people that I'm like fans of. Like I don't jump on the bandwagon of who like moving to try to get. It's like I'm a fan of that.
Right.
Like, I like what Gunna do. You know what I'm saying? I like what Queen does. You know what I mean? I like what Meek Mill do. You know what I'm saying? Like there's certain people you like. You know what? Yeah, we should do something.
It's all genuine.
Yeah,
and I think organic. You can hear that in the music too.
It's organic. It's like, let's just do what we do.
It doesn't sound forced at all.
Right.
I know you said that you wanted all of it to kind of just come from the same place and sound the same. Were you moving around at all when you were doing this, or did you lock in one particular place? Like, were you in LA? Were you back home?
Right. It was a little bit of both. Like I did most of the feeling records in LA. Mm-hmm. And then when I went back to the crib, I did like Big Shit and Better Tell. Because I just when I got there, I got with my guys like D Rich and DJ Monte and them, and it's just like, yo, give me some beats. And the beats they was giving me, I'd be like, yo, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. But to me, it's like, with a Jeezy street sound, it's like, the producers that I deal with like that, they always give me this stuff to sound like it might be like not even done. It's just like a Jeezy record. Like
right.
I had to figure it out how a sonic's supposed to sound. I like that. I like for my music to have a different type of bounce or hop than anything else. Like Better Tell them, just it don't even sound like nothing you ever heard.
Yeah.
Big Shit sound like something you probably heard in 05 on a mixtape. I
exactly.
like that. You know
that's
what I'm saying?
the feels that you're giving us.
I like that because I feel like that's vintage me, but at the same time, it's like, you know,
elevated.
Right. You could talk that lingo. It feel fresh, but still it feel old.
So, what are the fan favorites right now?
They
What's
love
everybody
the foreplay with Ty Dolla. Shouts out to Ty Dolla, the
That's
Pretty
my
Ricky
favorite.
sample. Definitely Fake Love with Queen Naja.
Right.
06 with me and Rick Ross has been crazy. Like that's one of my favorite records on it.
Really?
Yeah, it sounds like to me that's a record that Pac and Big would have done for sure. For sure. Like,
that's your favorite joint.
Yeah, because it's just like it's hard. Like that record make you want to like. You can't run no man purses. You can't run no man purses listening. Like your fingernails can't be. You know what I'm saying? You got. And I'm gonna be real. That's like drive-by music,
right?
Because that's what that was back then. That music make you put the black mask on, and you know what I mean. Get in the back of the car, be like, "Yo, where they at, homie?"
Something crazy.
Yeah, that's that. But quite necessarily, we ain't trying to do that. We too rich for that. But I just wanted to bring that back because I definitely feel like that's a record that Pac and Big would have done at their highest when it was at the top of their game and they was both out here rocking. If they would have got together and done a record, that would have been it. Right. Been hard.
Entrepreneurs.
Love it.
Did you automatically think I gotta put Gary V on this so he could talk his talk?
I gotta give out to Miss Chelly and Lil C. Like we was all sitting in the studio and I was just like, I did it. And I was like, yo, this is the intro, and we all sitting around and we just like who can we put on? And he was like, yeah, Gary V. I was like, it's crazy. I did an interview with him. They put the interview up, and then we started playing with it. And I was like, yo, he called me an entrepreneur in the clip. It was like, yeah.
So that was all afterwards.
Yeah, because I went and did an interview with him like a year and a half, 2 years ago. And when I walked in the room, he was like, you know what? Like, you should buy Wheaties. And I'm just like, all right. He's like, when I look at you, I see artist, / entrepreneur, and I'm just like, oh yeah. So that's the conversation we're having, and then when it opens forward. Up, what he says is how I feel. Like from day one, it's like you guys, I secretly hope all my businesses fail,
right?
Because he like his back against the wall, like he wanted to come back with a vengeance, and that's how I felt. Like that's what the entrepreneur is to me, like somebody who go get it out the mud and don't care. Like I can lose it all tomorrow and get it back 10 times.
Right.
That's my mentality. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm gonna do. So it's
like the perfect match.
I wanted people to feel that because Gary has a distinctive voice, and the way he goes about things are very matter of fact.
Right.
And when you talking to people, it got to be matter of fact. So when they pop that album on, if you in college or you sitting in your dorm or you in the penitentiary or wherever you at and you listen on them headphones, I want you to feel us like, oh no, that's real. Like, he set it up and I come in with the straight up out of the gun, straight like you paint the picture.
Yeah.
Imagine that was a movie and you were just sitting there watching that.
Right.
It would be crazy.
Definitely giving the people the motivation that they need to keep going.
Yeah, they gotta have it. They need it.
Now, the real MVP.
Love it.
Touched my soul.
Yeah.
What space were you in when you created that?
Definitely the lights was off in the studio.
Right.
I had to turn them down.
Man.
I did the record in L.A. and I was really, I was missing my mother at the time because I was on the other side of the world. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, yo, I'm going to make this about Mom Duke. So I just wrote it like a letter. Mm-hmm. It's like a letter.
Man.
To her. Yeah.
Now, is this something, I know personally because I had a sick parent,
right.
and I think more so just talking to them all the time, making them feel as comfortable as you can, even just through words.
Right.
Not even having to be there, but, just reminiscing like, hey, Mom, you remember this? Hey, Dad, you remember this? Those kind of things. Is that something that you do?
Yeah, but like...
just to bring that...
With her on this, it was like, for her to understand my mindset when I was going against the grain.
Right.
And I didn't really realize it was going to come to a point in time like this.
We never do. We never realized that.
And
right.
It's almost like it was too late, but she loves music. So it's like, and I played it for her. She's like, who's that? I was like, John Les. She said, who?
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? She's like, John, who's that? You know what I mean? But to me, that's amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my mother, and I made even if she only heard the song and nobody else heard it. You know what I'm saying? Which I shouts out to Boo Ross Senior because I was like, yo, I'm not putting this on the album. He's like, you have to end the album with this. I was like, I don't want nobody to hear this. It's for my mother.
Right.
He's like, but everybody got a mother.
You could feel it, though.
He was like, everybody has a mother. They need to hear this.
I don't even like listening to it too much because it's going to make me sad.
Me and you both.
I can't do it.
When they was mixing that record, I walked in and walked back out. I was like, yo, I can't. And even on the album, like, I get all the way to that song. If I'm like somewhere and if it comes on, I'll be like, I have to change it because it's like, everything that I'm saying, I can vividly see.
Yeah.
Like, I can see. But if you listen to how the album starts off, it's letting you know where I was at with them. Straight up by my mother, straight to the gully. You could trap, you could die. I'm telling you how this story is going to end.
Right.
So I'm setting you up for the ending.
Right.
All these things, I came out, I'm on it, I ain't thinking about what I got to do. And then you get to the end, it's like, but she was the one that's always cheering for me. And it's like, one day I have a photo Bentley, I need some leg room, but right now I'm stuck in this trailer with 2 bedrooms talking about my mother's house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's setting up the story. So this is the beginning of the movie, the memoir, to the end of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's that point in time where before the thug motivation, before the inspiration, before the recession, before this, it was like, let's go back to that point.
Right.
And it's real. And for me, like, just anybody out there that's got somebody in their corner like that, I just tell them you gotta treasure those people, man. You gotta treat them right, because like when they ain't there no more, you can't get them back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's you gotta be out here in the world and you ain't got your MVP.
Right. It sucks because I feel like the closest people to us are the ones that we kind of like, put to the back burner in the beginning, because we know they're always going to be there. Like, I know my mom, she's always going to be there. My father, I knew he would always be there until we get to that point, and it's like,
it's real.
You got to do what you can to be present and in the moment and
that's a key. That's
that
my
love.
Key word. I tell anybody, if I could break that song down and have a quote for it, that's what it is. Just make sure you're present at all times. When you're around people you love. Just make sure you're present.
Even if you're starting later.
Yeah, just make sure you're present.
Because within the last few months where my father lived, I just made sure I was there, present in the moment. And that's all I could do. Those are the last things that he'll remember.
That's right. And that's what matters, because that's the last thing that you'll really remember. And that's important.
The real MVP.
You got to have it, baby.
Now, I got to ask, are we going to get some Thug Love records? Because that's what I like.
I mean, I thought that's what Foreplay was.
But I know this is the last installation of Thug Motivation, but I'm going to need some more after this.
Yeah. We got to figure that part out.
Okay. It depends on the space, right? The space that you're in.
Yeah, it definitely depends on the space.
Okay.
I mean, that's, and by the way, for me, it's like I said, my music like books. Like, if I gotta live and experience things for me to write a book. I can't just get up and I'm gonna write a book about whatever.
You need some time in
between. Let me figure some things out and then come back and tell you what I learned. It's almost like a book report,
Yes,
if you will.
Okay, so in the future, Thug Love.
There you go.
Make it for the ladies.
Yeah.
Now, before you get out of here, tell me what's one thing that you want your fans to take from this project.
Oh man, just know that your story is no different from mine.
Right.
You know, if you coming from where you come from, you know, just know that, you know, if you can think it, you can do it. Like, if your dreams don't scare you, you ain't dreaming big enough. Like, you're not. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I used to think about things and get shook, but I made it happen. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, if I could do it, anybody could do it.
Right.
You know, all the little ghetto kids out here going through something and trying to figure it out, feel like nobody ain't with them, and they ain't got nobody in their corner. Like, I've been that guy. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, just keep thinking, keep doing, keep pushing. Like, just don't let them box you in.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Jeezy, Mia Bell, Hot 97, thank you so much.
Yes, sir. There it is. Love.